Welcome back, pro wrestling fans. Welcome back, IWC. You caught me off guard on that one. It's part 3, live to tape from Chaos Corner, Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel, Wrestlemania, the original. We're watching it right here. It's an extravaganza. It's a bonanza. Thanks for being back. Go back and check out part 1. That led into part 2 of our live to tape watch along. We are now on part 3 of Wrestlemania 1, if that makes sense. And I think that it does. Live to tape, as I said, 25 feet below the surface of the earth. Well, fuck it, you guys get it. I'm live and I'm taping at the same time. We are set up here right now on part 3 for the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team titles. It's the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov with their manager, the Hollywood fashion plate, Classy Freddie Blassie, taking on Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham, the defending champions. And in their corner, for one of his face turns at one point, one of my mentors, my biggest influences, Captain Louis Albano. Talk about two legendary, iconic managers, Freddie Blassie and Lou Albano, who were also wrestlers, especially Blassie, who was one of the baddest mofos walking the face of the earth at one time. And right now, all the debris, all the objects being thrown into the ring here at Madison Square Garden, as the Sheik and Volkov, for whatever reason, singing the Russian national anthem, but he's saluting. Well, what are you doing here? This was the height of the Persian Gulf and so on and so forth. Unbelievable what they did here with the gimmicks and everything. And Iron Sheik, of course, was one heck of a grappler. Volkov, a large man, certainly a veteran, 2 Hall of Famers. And there's the captain, the guiding light, with Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda. Team USA, basically, with the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team title. This is gonna be a banger. Long before you fans and kids and new era ever thought about being a banger. This is classic history at its best here on Chaos Corner. Thanks for being here. Much love and respect, as I always say. My motivation, my distraction. I'm going to do as many of these live to tape watch-alongs for all the WrestleManias leading into WrestleMania 40, as many as I can. And there's the captain. Rotunda and Windham were huge fan favorites. The pop is unbelievable for these two back in the day. Remember, we're in 1985, back when days seemed much simpler. Although still crazy, you guys get it if you're in my age group. Windham from Sweetwater, Texas, the son of Black Jack Mulligan, the brother of Kendall Windham, and of course Mike Rotunda, and you know the infamous late great Windham Rotunda, Bray Wyatt. It's Mike Rotunda's son. Let that sink in. Let that marinate. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Never reached his full potential. Here we go. Look at the Sheik back in the day. He was in great shape. And then when he used to do those wooden clubs, unbelievable. This is going to be one for the ages. Thanks for being here for the historical look at WrestleMania, the original. As I've been saying all along through the first 2 parts here, I did a WrestleMania 2 watch along just a few days ago. WrestleMania 3 days prior to that. Go back and check out all the videos on the channel. AEW Revolution from this past weekend, live to tape watch along here on the channel. Drop a fucking elbow on that like button. Subscribe. Say something. Email me. Leave a comment. Get in touch with me. Do something. I'm 2 cups of coffee in here. Cut me some slack. But you see the motivation, the energy, and the passion that you get here on this channel more than any other channel. This is episodic YouTube channel here for GOC on the YouTube and Guardian of Chaos podcast. Not even a fucking podcast. It's like rumble, stumble, fumble, mumble, and bumble here for the original WrestleMania. Here we go. Rotunda and Iron Sheik started off. Beautiful collar and elbow into a side headlock. Wrenching it in, getting it underneath there, wrenching and pulling aside the Iron Sheik on Rotunda. Far side. Rotunda throws him off the ropes. Big shoulder block by the Sheik. Down goes Rotunda. Drop over. Step over. Big leapfrog. Rotunda. Hip toss. Over goes the Iron Sheik. He must have been 6 feet in the air. Drop kick by Rotunda. Rotunda was quite the athlete. Big body slam by Rotunda on the Sheik. Sheik's in big trouble. In the wrong corner of town. Windham with a right to the jib. Another side headlock takeover. by Rotunda on the Sheik. Wyndham's a big dude, just like his old man, Blackjack Mulligan. Wyndham was in great shape. What is he, about 6'6", about 260? Wyndham was an unbelievable, natural, gifted grappler. Here's the tag from the top rope. Beautiful double team. Big elbow by Wyndham off the top rope onto the Iron Sheik. He's got him by both legs. Big stomp to it. He's threatening to stomp him into the midsection. Oh, leg drop across the cojones, across the groin. And Sheik's in big trouble. Side headlock by Wyndham. As I do the play-by-play, the color commentary all at once. Sheik backs Wyndham into the corner. Off the ropes. Oh, look at the view here at Chaos Corner for Wrestlemania. In the corner, wrong part of town. Sheik goes to drop kick, Wyndham misses and hits Volkov. Down goes the big Russian. Confusion there between the Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. There's the tag. Sheik tags Volkov. I gotta do something with these chains. Either take them off, put them on, wrap them around tight, put them around my head, do something. Wyndham taking over on Volkov. Side headlock. Off the ropes. I don't know, these are about 5 pounds, maybe? Volkov off the ropes. Back elbow by Rotunda. Big elbow drop. Rotunda with the cover. Hooks the leg. You're not going to get Nikolai that quick. Big, strong Russian. Wrist lock into a nice arm wringer by Rotunda. Dragging him over to his corner. Here comes Wyndham. Again, Wyndham off up to the top rope and coming down with that big elbow across the shoulder of Volkov. Into a beautiful arm wringer by Wyndham himself. The wrist lock and the arm wringer just raking it over. You can really get a tendon, a joint. And again, quick tags. Rotunda from the top rope. Drops the elbow across Volkov. Great teamwork cutting off the ring. Quick tags by Wyndham and Rotunda. Now you can see why they were the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions here back in the original WrestleMania in 1985. Volkov with a knee to the Labans on Rotunda. Face first into the turnbuckle. Here comes the Sheik. The Iron Sheik. Tosses Rotunda off the ropes. Big back body drop by the Sheik, and Rotunda must have been about 10 feet in the air. Sheik off the ropes. Nice elbow drop by the Sheik. Here's the cover, but not hooking the leg. You're an Olympian, Sheik. Rest in peace, Iron Sheik. I know, we were on Jerry Springer together. I remember being up in your beautiful gut-wrench suplex by the Sheik. The Iron Sheik, not the original Sheik, Ed Farhat. Or as I say, Farhat. Farhat. Tomato, potato. He was the original Sheik. The bloodthirsty Sheik, as compared to the Iron Sheik. Reverse of blocks on these suplexes here. And then Rotunda gets the Sheik up. Beautiful vertical suplex by Rotunda on the Iron Sheik. Iron rolls over. Tags Nikolai Volkov. In comes the big Russian. And again, put in the boots. Volkov, what was he, about 6'5", 320 pounds. Picks up Rotunda, tosses him up in the air, across his throat, across that top rope, which is nothing but a steel cable. Volkov, the typical brawler. Big boots, forearms, pounding blows, so to speak. No offense to anybody out there, by the Nikolai Volkov, who backs Rotunda up into the ropes. Big double punch to the Labans. Big forearm to across the shoulder blades. Rotunda far side. Oh, the old sunset flip by Rotunda. Here's the cover. Volkov breaks it up. Full of exuberance, full of piss and vinegar here today at Chaos Corner. And again, Volkov taking over again. A boot to the midsection, a clubbing forearm by Volkov, and you're in big trouble. Tosses Rotunda far side off the ropes. Big knee to the midsection. Over goes Rotunda. And then the jumping boot to the chest of Rotunda by Volkov, who's now just stomping a Mississippi mud hole or a Moscow mud hole in Rotunda. Rotunda in the wrong side of town. Into that curled up boot of the Sheik. Here's the tag, double team effort. The Sheik with a boot to the midsection as Volkov holds on. Now Albano and Blassie outside. Blassie with the cane. Albano squaring up. Oh, Sheik has Rotunda on the abdominal stretch. The old abdominal stretch. The Sheik cinching it in there. When's the last time you've seen someone apply an abdominal stretch? An unbelievable torture rack type maneuver. The ref checking in with Rotunda. Rotunda, nice reversal with a hip toss. Over goes Sheik. Misses with the elbow, Rotunda. The Sheik makes the tag. Sheik tags Volkov. Rotunda needs to tag Wyndham. He tags him. Here comes the hot tag. Here comes the big Texan. Wyndham taking over on Volkov. Firing up. Big right hands, lefts to the midsection, to the shoulders, to the head, to the arms. Far side goes Volkov. Big drop kick by the big Texan. Wyndham. Oh, big right hands, laying him into the jib and the jawline of Volkov. Volkov back into the corner. Setting him up for the Bulldog. Here we go. Wyndham hits the Bulldog on Volkov. Here's the cover. The Sheik breaks up the pin. Rotunda's in now, taking it to the big ball dome of Sheik. Out goes the Sheik from a drop kick outside the ring. Wyndham taking over on Volkov. Wyndham and Rotunda both in the ring right now. Referee being distracted. Wyndham with the European uppercut. The Sheik with the cane, with Blassie's cane out of nowhere, hits the dome piece of Wyndham. Volkov's going to roll him over. Volkov's going to pin him. Here's the cover. There's the pin. We have new World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. Volkov and the Sheik beat Rotunda and Wyndham. Holy cramoly. As the ref was distracted with Rotunda, the Sheik, Iron Sheik, grabbed the cane from Freddie Blassie across the dome piece of Wyndham. Down goes Wyndham. The Sheik, out of nowhere, Volkov rolls up Wyndham. There's the pin. 1, 2, 3. The Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov are your new WWF World Tag Team Champions. Albano's beside himself. Wow. There it is. The original WrestleMania and new World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. What a match. I was literally all over the place, bouncing around like a ping pong ball from pillar to post, coast to coast, border to border. The Iron Sheik, number one, Iran number one, Russia number one, USA. Wow, here's the replay. As Wyndham is laying it in on Volkov, the ref is distracted by Rotunda. And there's the Sheik, bang, right to the back of the head. The Iron Sheik, El Kabong, over Barry Wyndham. And then the cover by Volkov, 1, 2, 3. It's over. New champions at WrestleMania. Holy cramoly. Let's see what we have here next, fans. Don't go anywhere. Wow. WrestleMania, the original, here at Madison Square Garden. Mean Gene Okerlund backstage with the new champions, Blassie, Volkov, the Sheik, the Iron Sheik. Fans, wow, that was an unbelievable matchup. Back to Lord Alfred Hayes in the corridor of Madison Square Garden, the Mecca. Mean Gene Okerlund backstage with the bag, the satchel of money with Bobby the Brain Heenan and Big John Studd, because here it is, the $15,000 Body Slam Challenge, Andre the Giant and Big John Studd. And if you've never gone out and seen, excuse me, as I almost coughed up a lung on that one. If you've never gone out and seen it, Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, check it out, because it's an unbelievable bout with Big John Studd in that movie, making a cameo with Don Johnson and Mickey Rourke. It really was a sight to behold. Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, a classic cult movie. Now there's Big John Studd holding up the World Wrestling Federation duffel bag with 15 grand in it, along with the Brain, Bobby the Brain Heenan. That's Finkel. Goes through the preliminaries. Los Angeles, California, 367 pounds, Big John Studd. And this was one heck of a challenge back in the day, through all the TV tapings, the house shows, the live events, to the original, the number one, WrestleMania in 1985. And here he comes, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. This one is going to be a classic. This was the bout before the original monster bout of WrestleMania 3 between Hogan and Andre, and WrestleMania 2 between Bundy and Hogan. WrestleMania, the original, Andre the Giant and Big John Studd was the big man challenge. 15 grand as we look through the hallowed halls of Madison Square Garden over the shoulders of Andre the Giant. Listen to the crowd. Listen to the pop. 476 pounds from Grenoble, France. It is Andre the Giant. This ought to be one heck of a matchup. You would think that I never saw this before, huh? By the way I react to it and do the color and the play-by-play. But that's what you get here. That's why you come to this channel. Studd and Andre face-to-face as Stud's taking out the bills and the money and threatening that he's going to lift up the Giant for the big body slam. Jack Lotz is the referee as I listen to the golden tones of Jesse the Body Ventura and Gorilla Monsoon, along with the beautiful ambient background here in the bunker. Heenan still in the corner. You're going to have to get down there, Bobby the Brain, one of the best managers, if not the best ever. I put myself as far as styles in that class. No, of course, I wasn't in the WWE or WCW or NWO. I did work for the NWA. Several of their territories. What am I saying? Right out of nowhere, Stud attacking Andre. Gets the big man in the corner. Right to LeBon's, the breadbasket. The big clubbing forearms to the chest of the Giant. Across the back, across the shoulder blades. Stud taking over, laying him in on the Giant. Stud is no small man. And then Andre out of nowhere with those vicious Giant-like chops. Headbutt by the Giant. Stud already down to his knees. Big boot. Stud has rolled out of the ring to gain his wits. He's with his manager. He's with the Brain. That's what you do. That's what I tell my guys. Roll out. Come to me. Get my counsel. Seek advice. Shake the cobwebs. Regroup. Let's get our game plan together and we'll go back in the ring at the Giant. That's what I'd be telling Big John Stud right now with my experience. Referee counting out Stud. 1, 2, 3. Meandering about, the Giant breaks up the count. He doesn't want to go out this way. He wants the 15K. He wants the body slam challenge. Look at the size of the size 22s on Andre. Stud in the white trunks with the red stars on the side. The red boots. Andre in blue and blue. Choking out Big John Stud in the corner, choking him out, shaking him around, choking him, shutting him down. Big trouble right now, just shaking him like a rag doll. The Giant really choking out. He's choking out Stud. This is how it feels right now. I can only imagine. This is how I'm feeling right now. And the big knee to the jib. Big right to the proboscis, the hammer fist by the Giant. Stud's in big trouble. Laying in the forearms across the throat. Has him in the corner. Setting up for that big, huge butt buster, as I call it. Again, back into the turnbuckle as I do some physical play here. You got to get into it, fans. Or what's the fucking sense of doing this? Again, the big right hands. Oh! And a knee by Stud will stop anybody in the tracks. It looks like he hit him in the groin. He's trying to pick him up. Big Stud! Trying to pick him up, no, and Andre with a big forearm to the back, and then a big chop across the chest. Bear hug, cinching down on the bear hug. The Giant has the bear hug on Stud. Oh. Wow, two behemoths. The irresistible force meets the immovable object. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Right now, the Giant bearing down as Stud's trying to gouge at the eyes in the rather large, ample proboscis of the Giant. Wow. I don't know what's going on here. I don't want you guys to be able to hear this right now. Right now, it's the Giant. Big John Stud laying and bearing down on that bear hug. Nobody can get it. I've been in a bear hug before, and if they get you in the right spot in that lower back, they could crack your back. The lower vertebrae, the third vertebrae in the lower lumbar region. Stud with a rake across the eyes right now. Trying to really break away from Andre the Giant. Alexa, play Tropical Beach Sounds. A little different, right?
Play a specific song.
Why does she have to argue with me? I'm trying to watch Wrestlemania and Andre the Giant and Big John Stud. Why does she have to interrupt us here like this? I don't understand why I'm being so rudely interrupted. No!
Okay, I can play similar.
What the fuck is going on here?
Here's a station.
I don't understand. I'm trying to watch the Giant and Big John Stud. Wrestlemania. We're back. We're back here at Chaos Corner. Do you see what I have to put up with? Alexa, higher the volume. I don't like her. You know that, right? She's got heat with me. You think that Big John Stud has heat with Andre the Giant at WrestleMania? She's got more heat than that. And when I get out of here, I'm going to unplug her. How about that? All right, here we go. Side headlock by the Giant. Let's refocus, Chaos. Get back to the match. We're looking over the shoulder of Bobby the Brain Heenan. It's the $15,000 challenge match. Andre the Giant, the body slam match. Big John Studd. And then a big right to the eyes of Studd by Andre. Pulls him out by the front of his trunks, and a big right to the labans, as I always say, the breadbasket, the abdomen. Ooh, huge headbutt by Giant. Imagine getting hit by that Cro-Magnon prehistoric brain head, dumpster head of Andre the Giant. No disrespect, man. I'm just calling it like I see it. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Right now, the Giant has Studd, far side, across the ropes. Goes for the big back body drop. No, Studd with the boot. Andre has Studd. Studd's on one leg. What's he going to do? What's Andre going to do here right now? Studd's in big trouble. Andre threatening to punch him. Oh, and a big right to the jib. And Studd is definitely reeling. A left boot to the back of the leg of Studd. Andre just kicking Studd right now. Kicking him in the ass, actually. Big back elbow by Studd on Andre. Beautiful. But Andre, once again, has Studd wrapped up in the corner. $15,000 on the line for the Body Slam Challenge here in WrestleMania 1985. The original on closed circuit. Long before the rest of this pay-per-view stuff. Well, I guess that was pay-per-view before pay-per-view. No? Maybe? Leave a comment. Andre just kicking the right thigh and groin and upper leg area of Studd. Here's the big pickup. Giant has Studd. Boom! The big body slam. Down goes Big John Studd. Andre picks him up like a mere child. The big body slam by the Giant. The Giant has the satchel of money. The Giant has the money. The Giant's got the bag. He's got the $15K. Studd's in the middle of the ring. Studd is prone in the middle of the ring. Andre's got the money. What's he going to do? He's tossing it in the air. He's tossing the money. The money's going everywhere. And there's the Weasel. He grabs the bag, what's left, and he hops out of the ring. Exit stage left. There goes the Weasel. There goes the Brain with the money. Studd is following him. Andre took the satchel of money, won the $15K, and started throwing out to the crowd at Madison Square Garden. Holy cramoli. Throw hoop you. Wow, fans. Andre the Giant wins the $15K Body Slam Challenge, but he doesn't get the $15K. Bobby Heenan probably got away with about $12K of it. Here's the official announcement. Let's see what we have here. Andre the Giant was your winner. What an unbelievable bout. It was a short bout, but it was tremendous. Two legends. As Mean Gene right now interviews Andre backstage. Madison Square Garden, WrestleMania, the original 1985, here at Chaos Corner. It doesn't get any better than this. We go to Cyndi Lauper now with Wendy Richter, the women's champion. And then, of course, the fabulous Moolah with Leilani Kai. Now, remember, let's remember this. It was Wendy Richter who defeated the fabulous Moolah to win that World Wrestling Federation women's title after like 16 or 20 years that Moolah had the title. Let that sink in. Wendy Richter was way ahead of her time. So here we go. Wendy Richter against Leilani Kai. The manager is the fabulous Moolah for Leilani Kai. Pehao, Emily Kane, Pupule, Wiki Wiki, Mahalo, and aloha for all my friends over in the Pac Rim, for over in the islands. And then, of course, Cyndi Lauper in the corner with Wendy Richter. Remember, this started on MTV. The whole rock and wrestling connection, the war to settle the score, the brawl to settle it all. Cyndi Lauper, Captain Lou Albano in the video. Girls just want to have fun. Oh, girls, they want to have fun. Girls, they want to have fun. Girls. Now, there's Cyndi Lauper jogging to the ring with Wendy Richter, and I believe that's David Wolf. He's got the brain of a dehydrated BB. And here we go. The women's championship matchup. Hold on, let me get down to the old board operator here. Richter and Leilani Kai for the women's championship. Don't go anywhere. Listen, you don't have to see the dome piece. I know I get too close, scare rats off cheesecake, make onions cry. This is the ladies' championship. Richter against Leilani Kai. Fabulous Moolah, always somewhere lurking about. When she was the Black Widow, Wendy Richter was the best women's wrestler in the world at this time. leap years ahead of a lot of women in the business that led to this current day surge of the women's revolution in the world of pro wrestling. And let's face it, let's be honest, Leilani Kai was no slouch either. Both of these ladies are Hall of Famers in my opinion. That's what I have to say. That's where I'm on the board here. I'm trying to straighten out the graphics here. We have a little technical difficulties here on the Wendy Richter Leilani Kai match for the women's championship. I did tell you on previous episodes how I had the pleasure to have dinner with Moolah and Mae Young some 20 years ago. They were quite the gals. There's the win. There's the pin. Your winner, Wendy Richter, pins Leilani Kai, retains the WWF Women's Championship. Wendy Richter, unbelievable with Cyndi Lauper. Now Lauper's choking off Fabulous Moolah. It's pandemonium. It's chaos. Pun intended. David Wolf's getting involved. Get the fuck out of there, Wolf. And now Leilani Kai jumping on Wendy Richter. Moolah takes the Flintstone flop. Face first. Cyndi Lauper's in the ring. It's crazy. Your new women's world champion, Wendy Richter. Holy gramoly. That was a fast bout. I don't know where it went, but there's Wendy in the all blue. The new WWF women's champion. I thought she was already the champion. Listen, I have amnesia and deja vu at the same time. I think I've forgotten this before. And there it is. It's Wendy's holding up Cyndi Lauper right now with the women's title. Listen, for what it was back then, it really was pretty damn good. And Wendy Richter was easy on the eyes. She was one of the first, one of the originals. And now they're dancing around. Girls just want to have fun. Girls, they want, no, too early, want to have fun. Girls, wow, the whole rock and wrestling era, although it led to the cartoon classics, which I wasn't really crazy about at that time. This is history in the making. Stand by as I go to the board op. Let's see what we have here. Beautiful maneuver by Wendy Richter. I will say that to say this. Let's see how it was here. Richter with the body slam by Leilani Kai. She goes to the top rope, goes for the flying body press. The beautiful reversal by Wendy Richter. You thought Leilani Kai had her. She went to the top rope. She did hit the body press. But Richter rolled her right over, rolled her up, hooked the leg for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Your new women's champion, Wendy Richter, as they interview her backstage with Lauper, David Wolf, Mean Gene Okerlund. Let's see what Wendy Richter has to say. Wearing the turquoise outfit, looking as lovely as ever. Wow. Wendy Richter was really a legend.
You can learn more about this ad from Frontier by saying,
Alexa, why are you interrupting me? Is that Alex or is that Alexa? Play Tropical Thunderstorm sounds. I don't know why you're interrupting me. Alexa, play Tropical Thunderstorm.
You can also ask me to play music.
No, I don't want to ask you. Why are we being... If it's not Roma and Mancini, it's Alexa. Alexa, play Tropical Thunderstorm sounds. Wow. Wrestlemania, Wendy Richter, Cyndi Lauper, the women's championship. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. This is what you get at Chaos Corner. Live, spur of the moment, no editing. Whatever happens is live, on tape, whether it's interruption, cussing, malfunctions, technical abilities. This is what happens when you're a raw dog. This is just it. And here we go. Here we go. The guest ring announcer. We are here for the main event of the evening, fans. And here he comes. The legendary manager of the New York Yankees, Billy Martin. So it's time. Oh, it's time at 29 minutes in, less than a half an hour, for part 3 of the original WrestleMania live to tape watch along here on Chaos Corner. With your old buddy. The main event. This is the big one. This is the one that started it all. And again, I can't preface enough what happened with MTV and the Rock and Wrestling Connection. It's very hard to find out there on the tube. They don't have it on the cop. They don't have it on the network. War to settle the score. Brawl to settle it all. Rock and Wrestling, MTV, the WWF. Go back and try to find that footage because it's classic and priceless, which led into the original WrestleMania here on March 31st, 1985 from Madison Square Garden. Over 20-something thousand fans. Another 4,000 or 5,000 to Felt Forum. Closed circuit television. I was only 23 years old at the time. Wow. So here we go. your referee in the ring, the late great Pat Patterson. Although a lot of people would say he wasn't was a nice guy, a nice person, but did a lot of underhanded, dastardly, despicable things. I don't want to talk about the dead. I don't have any proof. I wasn't there, but I know people that do. So let that sink in as you go out and check out Hey Roma, the podcast with Paul Roma and Mario Mancini, who were there. And here comes Liberace and the Rockettes to do a little dance in the ring. And also, if I remember correctly, here comes Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, perhaps the greatest heavyweight champion of all time. The man of the hour, the man with the soul and power, the man who's too sweet to be sour, Stardust himself, Dusty Rhodes, superstar Billy Graham, Muhammad Ali, Ric Flair, all rolled up into one. And there he is, doing a high leg kick. It's Liberace. Not necessarily my type of guy, but this was about the pageantry, and this was about everything that was going on in Hollywood and rock and wrestling. And this is what led to the cartoon era, which I really didn't like, but it was a different time and a different day, and I was already a young man at that time, not a teenager, a man in his 20s, working behind the walls, starting a family, trying my journey in the world of pro wrestling, and ended up coming back and making my debut in early 1991, after originally trying to go to pro wrestling school in 1984. Let that sink in. Still active today in 2024, doing color commentary and broadcasting for my home company at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. Check it out on all social media platforms. And Muhammad Ali, the special referee. Let's go to the board op. Don't go anywhere. Let's see what we can do here. I have to see what we can do to get things going here. Oh wait, did I go the wrong direction? Liberace? Fans, look at the dome piece. We can check it out as the pouring rain comes down. We're supposed to get 4 or 5 inches of rain today here in the greater New England tri-state northeast area. What the fuck is going on with the weather? All right, fans, all the pageantry, everyone being introduced. Billy Martin, Liberace, Muhammad Ali, the original WrestleMania, 1985, here with the GOC. Pat Patterson's in the ring. And here comes all the bagpipes and Rowdy Roddy Piper, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, and of course the ace Cowboy Bob Orton. This really is a sight to behold. Mr. Wonderful with the beautiful red sequined robe. It says Mr. Wonderful on the back. And of course the ace with the ever-present arm cast, the leather vest, the cowboy hat, Roddy Piper with the white t-shirt that says Rowdy Roddy, Hot Rod, and the red kilt, all the debris coming in from the ring, the fans everywhere. Definitely chaos. Pun intended. And listen to the crowd. Listen to the pop. The roof is going to blow off the garden because here comes Mr. T and Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Snuka. Wow. I wish you guys could see the 20+ thousand right now. There's T in the red robe. Hogan with the red Hulkamania tank top. The big gold belt from the WWF. The yellow trunks. Jimmy Snuka wearing the black cutoff shirt. The black headband. Here we go. The main event. WrestleMania. The big one that started it all. Hogan and Mr. T with New York's finest everywhere. The crowd is in a frenzy. This is a sight to behold. Go back and check out WrestleMania 1, the original WrestleMania. And the crowd, you don't hear pops and noise like that ever. Even when The Rock comes out nowadays, or if Stone Cold was to come out, or John Cena, this reaction was on a night in and night out basis. This is the one that started it all. Did it ruin the territories, which I loved? Yeah, eventually. But what it did for the business and mainstream and for the talent and for the money, it cannot be denied. They're all squaring off. Orton, Orndorff, Piper, T, Snuka, Hogan. There's Ali. There's Patterson. The crowd is crazy. All the debris, all the cups, all the beer cups, everything flying into the fucking ring. It's just crazy. Piper taking off the shirt. Here we go. There's about 8 men in the ring right now, including Ali and Patterson. This should be a 6-man tag team match. Mr. T, obviously in great shape. We know his background as a tough guy, tough man contest, the A-Team, so on and so forth. Rocky 3, same thing with Hulk Hogan. Venice Beach, 302 pounds. Long before we knew Hogan was a pathological liar and turned out to be such an insane guy that he is now. I mean, still, you got to respect what he did in the ring and who he was as a person, especially for what he did back then. And there's Ali outside of the ring. Patterson's inside. Muhammad Ali is outside. Ace, Cowboy Bob Orton still in the ring. Superfly still in the ring. They're showing Liberace ringside. Liberace maybe a little too sweet. Oh, I'm just saying, lighten up, man. Back in the day, nobody cared. As long as you kept it to yourself and didn't push it on anybody, who gives a fuck? But no, everybody wants to force themselves and what they believe on you. That's not how it works here. You don't like it, change the fucking channel. I know I'm crazy with the F-bombs. I apologize for that. Here we go. World Wrestling Federation. Hulk Hogan, Mr. T, Roddy Piper, Paul Orndorff. I'm repeating. I'm trying to get things rolling here. This is all the pageantry, the showmanship beforehand. The big hugs from Piper, Orndorff, and Orton. Here we go. Orndorff ready to start it off, and he's pointing at Hogan. Here we go. Orndorff and Hogan ready to start off the main event. And the bell ringer, Liberace, he's ringing the bell, he's ringing the bell. It's the pageantry, it's the showmanship, it's the charisma. I get it, man. Don't be offended. Here we go, here we go. Let me sit down like Punk and cross both legs. Indian style. Oh, that feels good to stretch out even the groin a little bit. I gotta say that to say this, that's for damn sure. Hogan and Orndorff. Orndorff just brushing off Hogan right now. Back up, Hulkster. Back up. And Piper wants the tag. And there's the tag. Here comes the rowdy one because Roddy Piper wants Hogan. This is how we're going to start off WrestleMania, the main event. Hogan and Piper. Piper and Hogan. Here we go. Monsoon, Ventura on the call with the GOC. This is the main event. Stick with me. We're 37 minutes in. Part 3. Live to tape watch along. T wants to get in the ring. Wait. We haven't even started here yet. Orndorff tagged in Piper. Now Hogan's going to tag in Mr. T. And it's going to be Mr. T and Piper. And we know that T can't carry Piper's jockstrap in the ring. Maybe even out of the ring, because Piper was one tough son of a bitch. Make no mistake about that. Hopefully no more interruptions here on Chaos Corner. Nose to nose, Piper and Mr. T. Piper, obviously the larger of the two, but T's in great shape. Oh, and Piper just bitch slapped Mr. T. Another bitch slap. Oh, and then T slaps the taste out of Piper's mouth. Big boot to the midsection by Piper. Roll around. Takes down T. Piper riding him like an amateur wrestler, a grappler. T trying to get out. Beautiful roll on top here. Piper and T rolling around on the ground. T fighting, struggling his way. T gets up. T was able to break it. T back to his feet. Piper's beside himself. I know, I'm very animated for WrestleMania today. I couldn't help it. It's the original. It's 1985. We're in the time machine here at Chaos Corner. Sizing each other up. The crowd, if you could hear the noise. That's why I have this on here and that bitch that I have heat with right now. That technical bitch that I have heat with right now. So you can't hear the original sound. I don't want any copyrights. Piper and T lock it up again. Pushing each other off. Give T his due. He had enough moves and predictability, and Matt worked to get in there and pull this off. Remember that. Beautiful fireman's carry by T. T has Piper up. Walking him around the ring. T still got him. Dumps him on his back. T just dumps Piper. Piper with a shoulder block. Drags him back into the opposite corner. T's in the wrong side of town. Orndorff, T, Piper. Here comes Hogan. All 4 men in the ring. Ali's getting in the ring. Ace Bob Orton's getting in the ring. What the heck's going on here? It's chaos. Snuka on the top rope, getting ready to do the press. Oh, wait, and Ali throws a couple rights at Roddy Piper. Piper down over the ropes. Muhammad still in halfway, going after, taking a swing at the Cowboy as well, and he just missed the jib. Wow. Ali ready to go after Orton, ready to go after Piper, throwing rights, throwing the lefts. Boy, that right hand came out of nowhere by Ali. Piper, Orton, Orndorff outside of the ring, surrounded by thousands of people. Look at the smile on Billy Martin. He's loving this. There's no room at ringside. You can barely see the grapplers. That's how the crowd is just crowding around the ring. That's how it's jammed to capacity. Wait, Piper, Orton, Orndorff walking out of the ring, walking out of the garden. New York's finest escorting him out of the arena, back to the locker rooms. I don't remember this. Ali jammering, gibbering, John, Patterson counting. Hogan doesn't want this. He's breaking up the count. Hogan and T waiting in the ring. Come on, get back in here. Here comes Piper. Here comes Orton. This is how you sell it. This is how you work it. This is how you get into character. This is how you do a gimmick. Do you guys understand? Do you see how you're learning here? Besides me showing you how to work it, how to play it, how to tell the story, emotional investment, ring psychology, storytelling. That's what you get here. Besides the live to tape watch along. Hogan on Piper, laying in the right hands. Far side. Follows him with the big clothesline. Hogan on Piper. Orndorff is in. He gets one to the jib by Hogan. Hogan taking them both. Double noggin knocker. Picks up Piper. Huge atomic leg drop. Piper's in big trouble, singing soprano. Here's the cover by Hogan. No, he's trying to choke him out. Slamming his head off the canvas. Orndorff trying to get in. Patterson holding Orndorff at bay. T still in the corner. Big eye rake by Orton. I'm sorry, by Hogan. Hogan and Piper going back and forth with the eye rakes. He's going to take an eye out. In the corner. Piper's in big trouble. Here's the team for Mr. T, the tag to Mr. T. Double team effort. Double clothesline by T and Hogan. Down goes Piper. It's Mr. T and Piper now. Mr. T with the big body slam on Roddy Piper. Hip toss on Orndorff. Beautifully executed. And another big body slam by T on Piper. Headbutt by T on Orndorff. He's taking on both men. He throws Piper into the knee of Hogan. Here's the tag. T tags in the incredible Hulk Hogan. The immortal Hulk Hogan. Hulkamania is running wild. Back and forth. Slugging it out. Back and forth with Roddy Piper. Hogan throws Piper. Far side. Big boom. Piper over the top rope. No mats, concrete, hardwood, the cement floor there at the Garden. Big clothesline by Orndorff out of nowhere. Over the top rope goes Hogan. Now it's T. Hogan out on the floor. Piper picking up a chair. Piper with one of those heavy garden chairs across the back of Hulk Hogan. Ali's outside trying to break it up. Patterson's trying to hold T and Orndorff at bay. Piper's back in the ring. T trying to attack Orndorff. Patterson has T around the waist. I can't call all the action. My head is spinning. Orndorff throws Hogan back in the ring. Ali trying to admonish Mr. Wonderful. A little break in the action here. Orndorff and Piper catching their breath. Hogan rolls back into the ring. Knee to the jib by Piper on Hogan. Hogan's in the wrong side of town. Orndorff laying in the lefts, the short lefts to Hogan. Piper and Hogan are the two that are originally supposed to be illegal in the ring right now. Patterson over there distracted with Hogan and Orndorff. And Ace Bob Orton gets involved. Now Roddy Piper choking Hogan in the corner, choking him. Orndorff choking him as T is distracting Patterson. You're making a big mistake, Mr. T. What are you doing? T trying to get after Orton and Piper, and Patterson trying to hold Mr. T at bay. And meanwhile, he's distracted. Piper and Orndorff taking over on Hogan. The double team, the double atomic drop on Hogan. Ali's back in the ring now. Trying to maintain some semblance of order here. Orndorff with a big knee drop across the jib, the throat, the larynx of Hulk Hogan. This is crazy. The main event, WrestleMania, the original. Here with the original. Woo! Orndorff right now putting the boots to a prone Hulk Hogan. T trying to get in, but T, when you do this, every time, if you're listening, if you're watching Mr. T, every time you get in there to distract Patterson, the referee, it's costing Hogan. It's costing time. It's costing punishment. Big suplex by Orndorff on Hogan. He gets the big man up. Taking his time right now. Him and Piper celebrating a little bit too early. A big boot to the midsection of Hogan by Orndorff. Here's the tag. Methodically, here comes in the rowdy one. The hot rod, if you will. Picking up Hogan by the hair. Set him up. Big right to the jib by Piper on Hogan. Hogan's in big trouble right here at WrestleMania. Another big right by Piper. Laying him in. Now we know that Piper's quite the pugilist. Here's the cover. Hooks the leg. Only a 2 count on Hogan. Maybe 2 1/4. Piper, quick tag to Orndorff. Ace Bob Orton trying to cheer his team on. Orndorff off the top rope. Coming down with a big elbow across the back of the head on Hogan. Orndorff was in incredible shape. Here's the cover, very lackadaisical. Didn't hook the leg. What are you doing, Mr. Wonderful? You're a pro. A legend, the Hall of Famer. Orndorff picking up Hogan like he's nothing and across with a backbreaker. Hogan's in big trouble. Orndorff climbing up to the top rope. High rent district. This isn't Mr. Wonderful. Hogan's in the middle of the ring. Orndorff going for the top elbow drop. Boom, and he hit. No, wait, he misses it. Hogan rolls out of the way. Hogan's got to make the tag. He's going to make the hot tag to Mr. T. Orndorff's in trouble. Hogan's this close to Mr. T. Orndorff out of nowhere. No, he's got the tag. Here comes T with the eye rake, eye poke on Roddy Piper. T in the corner, lefts, rights. Like Orndorff is a heavy bag. T just laying him in. And now Piper out of nowhere, double team. Piper and Orndorff way too much for Mr. T. Hogan in the corner. Muhammad Ali back up on the ring apron. There's all kinds of action. Whew, take a deep breath here in Chaos Corner. It's the main event. Piper trying to hold up Mr. T. No, I'm sorry, that's Orndorff trying to tie up Mr. T so he can't make the tag to Hogan. Piper cheering him on the corner. Orndorff right now riding Mr. T like he's a mere amateur. Dragging T over to the opposite corner so he can tag Piper. Ace Bob Orton is up on the ring apron. What are you doing up on the apron, Orton? Throw him the fuck out of there. Why is he ringside? Why is Snooker ringside? Here's the tag. Piper and Orton double teaming Mr. T. Why is Pat Patterson not getting them out of the ring? Double team, a blatant double team here. I feel like this is tied around my neck. Now Piper with the front face lock. Taking down Mr. T, trying to wear him out, apply the pressure, put it on the back, put it on the neck, put it on the larynx, put it across the jawline, across the upper back. Taking away all your wind, taking away your stamina. You don't have wind or stamina, you have nothing in the pro wrestling world. T trying to fight back. Here's the tag to Hogan. Here's the hot tag. Piper trying to fight him off. Hogan, big rights, lefts. Hogan on Orndorff, on Piper. It's pandemonium. Both men, Hogan taking him out, cleaning him out, clearing him out. Bang! Double noggin knocker. Catch your breath, fans. It's the main event. We're going strong here at Chaos Corner. WrestleMania. Hogan taking over. Wait, out of nowhere. Big back suplex by Orndorff. Wow, out of nowhere. Orndorff is double tough. Now what's Ace Bob Orton? Orton's in the ring. Orton's stepping in the ring. And here comes Snooker. Big coconut crack headbutt on the top of Ace. Ace goes over the top rope. Snooker, what are you doing? Get out of the ring. Everybody's back in the ring now. Orton back up to the top rope. They're holding Hogan. Orndorff has him in a chokehold. Piper goes to get him. T cuts him off. Full Nelson by Orndorff. Oh, and the Ace misses Hogan. The Ace hits Orndorff with the cast. Here's the cover by Hogan. Snooker hits Orton. 1, 2, 3. And Hogan pins Orndorff. Orton fucked up. He went off the top rope to hit Hogan, who Orndorff had in the full Nelson. Hogan moved. Orton clobbered Orndorff. Snuka then clobbered Roddy Piper. And that's it. It's the pin. Hogan pins Orndorff. Your winners of this incredible, historic, legendary night main event. Hulk Hogan, Mr. T, Superfly, with Muhammad Ali. Wow. Oh, and Piper lays out Pat Patterson. Gives him the what for. Orndorff out in the middle of the ring. And now Piper and the Ace have left Orndorff in the middle of the ring, laid out. New York City's finest, trying to get him out of the ring. And now Mr. T is checking on Orndorff, his arch rival, his bitter enemy. T's trying to see if Orndorff is all right. Orndorff is off. He's trying to go after Hogan. He's trying to go after Snuka. He can't believe he was left in the ring. Orndorff has been abandoned by Piper and Orton. And now it's Hogan, T, Snuka. Orndorff doesn't know where he is. There's Muhammad Ali, the greatest, perhaps the greatest. Your winners here at WrestleMania. It's been one heck of a live-to-tape watch-along. Less than an hour here for part 3. Fans, I can't thank you enough. This has been unbelievable. It's been lit. What a time. What an era. The original WrestleMania. Fans, come on back. We're going to continue to do this and put out content. You won't find any other fucking YouTube channel, series, reality, episodic TV show than you will hear with the Guardian of Chaos. There's 3 types of people in this world. Those who don't know what happened, those who wonder what happened, and people like the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy, that make things happen. Come on back, because I'll say that to say this again. Don't you dare miss it. WrestleMania 1, the original. What a fucking night. Wow. Love you guys.